Good evening and welcome to live coverage, off-tube commentary, unofficial commentary of Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham. We're at the banks of the Trent in the city of Nottingham at the City Ground. And as we just see Steve Cooper making his way to the bench there, we have got Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham for you live from the City Ground. Now, both teams find themselves near the bottom of the Premier League form tables over the last 6 games, both with 4 points from the last 6. Tottenham, of course, won 4-1 against Newcastle to end a run of 5 games without a win. A draw snapped a 4-game losing streak for Forest. Well, let's just take a look at the starting lineups for you in just a moment. Just note that neither side has made a change from their last games. Both sides have kept with the same starting lineup. So no changes, and the starting lineup for Nottingham Forest is as follows: Matt Turner in goal, Musa Niakate, Murillo, Willy Bolly, Harry Toffolo at wing-back, Cheku Kiate, Orel Mangala, Ryan Yates, he's the captain, and Nico Williams is the other wing-back, with Morgan Gibbs-White and Anthony. They're unchanged as well from their 4-1 victory. Guglielmo Vicario in goal, Destiny Udogi, Ben Davis, Christian Romero, and Pedro Porro. Yves Bissouma, Papa Mate Sarr, Son Heung-min, he's the captain, Dejan Kulishevsky, and Brennan Johnson, with Richarlison, who's got 2 goals against Newcastle in his last game, as the sole man up front. The substitutes for Tottenham Hotspur is Odysseus Vlachodimos, Gonzalo Montiel, Andrew Omabamidele, Ola Aini, Nicholas Dominguez, Danilo, Chris Wood, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Divock Origi are the 3 forwards that Nottingham Forest have on the bench. For Tottenham Hotspur, Fraser Forster, the goalkeeper, Emerson Royal, Eric Dyer, Alfie Dorrington, Oliver Skipp, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Brian Gill, and Alejo Veliz and Jamie Donnelly make up the substitutes for Tottenham Hotspur. Our referee today is Jared Gillett. He's 37 and he's from the Gold Coast in Queensland in Australia. And he joined the Select Group 2 officials in 2019-20 season after taking up a postdoctoral research position at Liverpool's John Moores University. He was promoted to the Select Group 1 referees in June 2021 and became only the second person born outside of the British Isles to referee a Premier League game. The first was Irish-born Dermot Gallagher. He's had 13 games this season. He's shown 66 yellow cards. He's not been afraid to get the red card out. 3 red cards and 3 penalties shown over that period of time. And just seeing the referee gather the 2 teams together at the centre circle. Just looking at the heads-to-heads between these 2 teams. They've actually played each other 123 times. Nottingham Forest have won 37. Spurs have won 57. And there has been 29 draws. The first meeting between the 2 teams was on December the 25th in 1909. League Division 1 game at White Hart Lane. Finished 2-2. The 2 teams met 2 days later. Also finished 2-2. And just as a side note, professional football was actually played on Christmas Day until 1965. News events of 1909, Great Britain. The old age pension law is finally instituted, providing pensions for every British subject over the age of 70 with low income. And October the 2nd, the first rugby union match is played at the English RFU-owned Twickenham ground. Harlequins beat Richmond 14-10. Of course, only 1 win in the last 8 meetings for the Reds against Spurs, so it's not really been a happy team to play against. But we'll see how all this plays out today as the 2 teams are gathering now in their final victory for the Snap. Well, there's Destiny Udogie and the Nottingham Forest fans in buoyant mood. They will need to be today. It'll need to be an electric atmosphere for this game as they take on a free-scoring Spurs team. And well, I feel from my perspective at least, is this is going to be a tough game for the Reds. And Morgan Gibbs-White, of course, is set to make his 100th league appearance of his career tonight. So congratulations to Morgan Gibbs-White. Spurs about to get the game underway in their white shirts, white shorts, white socks, attacking the Trent end. That's the goal to our left. And Nottingham Forest in their famous red shirts, white stripes, white trim, I should say, white shorts and red socks. It's back on the halfway line now, and it's with Udogie. Udogie gives the ball out wide there to Son Heung-min. That's a good challenge by Ryan Yates as the two captains come together there, but the referee, Jared Gillett, has blown up there and has insisted on a free kick for the foul by Ryan Yates, and it's almost just by the halfway line. It's taken quickly, and the ball is now with Romero, and he gives the ball to Ben Davis. Davis drops the ball down this left-hand side to Kulusevski. He gives it to Son. Son goes down again, and he's under pressure by both Yates and Nico Williams, both of them at it. And he was almost sandwiched between the two of them there, Son. And he's now down, and he looks injured, and it looks like Nottingham Forest have taken an approach to Son Heung-min. Welcome to the City Ground. And Kulusevski wearing the mask there, protecting injury for him. Nico Williams helps Son back to his feet as we have a free kick for Tottenham Hotspur. 0-0 here. First 90 seconds of this game. And it looks like it's a fairly steady start by both teams. Tottenham just looking to put on the early pressure, it seems. The ball is out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Tottenham, and it's going to be taken by Christian Romero. Just over by the touchline there, Romero, and he drops it back to Bissouma. Bissouma claiming handball there against Alanga, but it's not given. And it goes all the way back to Davis. Davis, just inside his own half of the field here, Davis, inside the centre circle. He just slips the ball to his central defensive partner, Christian Romero. Romero back to Davis, who goes over the halfway line now. Let's see what options he can find for Spurs. He plays it down this left-hand side to Son Heung-min. So effective down that side. He pulls the ball back there now to Romero. Romero just looking for options. Oh, it's a nice ball there. Finds Richarlison. Here's Son! Real chance for Son! Good save by Matt Turner. Well, the first chance of the game comes to Son Heung-min. He got inside the defence there from the pass, and he forced a wonderful save from Matt Turner, and a warning fired across Nottingham Forest bow there. And it's an attempted clearance by Williams, but it is a good block, and it goes out of play. Well, what a chance for Son Heung-min. The pass there made by Kulusevski. Son was definitely onside. The Forest defence fell asleep a little bit there. And Son Heung-min forces a good save from the American international Matt Turner. And, well, first real chance of this game. Maybe it's a sign that we're in for a really lively game here. Cleared downfield. Right-footed. Chasing this one is Morgan Gibbs-White, but it just comes off his leg and goes out of play for a throw-in to Tottenham. Midway inside the Tottenham half of the field, and it is going to be taken by Destiny Udogie. Udogie throws it across there to the number 23, Pedro Porro. That's a good ball by Porro. Out on the far side there now. And chasing this one is Brennan Johnson, the former Nottingham Forest player. Be interesting to see how the fans react to him today. Here's Sarr. And he drops it, but the ball back to Christian Romero, to Ben Davis. Davis, good ball forward to Kulusevski, flicks it on to Richarlison. Richarlison gives it to Sarr. Over on the far side, level with the Spurs penalty area. Drops it now back to the number 23 there, which is Pedro Porro. And he goes all the way back into his half for some reason. It was a promising build-up that by Spurs, but they sent it all the way back into their half of the field, and it's now with Christian Romero. Romero drops it back to Sarr. Across now to Ben Davies. Davies, good long ball, looking for Son, and Nico Williams has got his work cut out on that far side there, trying to manage Son on this left-hand side. Here's Son again, he's fouled by Williams. The referee is going to give a free kick there for sure. He does, and going to see a free kick now for Spurs, just close to the touchline on the left-hand side, but about level with the penalty area. And over this one is Pedro Porro, who's likely to swing this one in. Listening to coverage off-tube commentary and between Nottingham Forest and Tottenham Hotspur. It's 0-0 right now. You please feel free to get your comments in. I'll read them out. All I ask is that you keep them clean. We're listed as a family show, so it's Pedro Porro that is going to swing this one in now, and it's just headed away and up in the air there by Nico Williams, and attempted to be headed on there by Mangala, but it's back now with Basuma. Basuma gives the ball to Ben Davies. Davies down this near side to Pedro Porro, left-hand side again. Spurs attacking this side now that Son is on. And he gives the ball to Yves Basuma. And he's gone across to Romero. A lot of the possession early on controlled by Tottenham. Romero gives the ball to Davies again. Davies down this near side to Son Heung-min. He's got Williams again in front of him, and that's a good work there between Yates and Williams to get that ball away. Son gets a block on it, keeping the pressure inside and level with that Tottenham Hotspur, level with that Nottingham Forest penalty area, I should say. And there is Ange Postecoglou. He will be looking to build on that victory over Newcastle last week. Steve Cooper, has to be said, he's probably fighting for his job at this time, cannot afford another bad performance. It's picked up just almost by the halfway line there by Sarr. Gives it to Davies, who gives the ball across to Romero. Romero finds Porro over on the other side this time, the right-hand side. He gives the ball back to Romero. Romero to Ben Davies. Just down this near side is Yves Basuma. Basuma plays the ball forward. That's a good challenge that time by Willy Bolly. And it goes out of play, and a throw-in to Nottingham Forest. It's going to be taken by Willy Bolly. City Ground looks absolutely packed to capacity this evening. 0-0 here. Ball is thrown forward by Bolly, and it's just headed on by Destiny Udogie. He only manages to find Kouyaté, but Spurs win the ball back, and it's a good long ball looking for Son, and cutting across there is Nico Williams trying to handle Son, and he does a good job. He actually plays the ball against Son's arm, and the referee gives a free kick, and Nottingham Forest can alleviate this latest attack. It was a good long ball that time by Porro. And yes, you can see what Williams did there. That was a smart move by Nico Williams, just playing it against Son's arm that was outstretched there. So free kick to Nottingham Forest, and Matt Turner is going to take it as Nottingham Forest attacking the Bridgeford end in this first half. It's flicked on there, and chasing this one down is Alanga, but cutting across well is Romero to just get in the way of that long ball by Turner, and he goes all the way back to the goalkeeper Vicario. Vicario's pass, it was almost a hospital pass, but he's able to find Destiny Udogie, but it's turned over and Forest have the ball back, and it's Alanga over on the far side. The ball is swung in and headed out this time by Romero, and Romero's going to get another chance of it, but Morgan Gibbs-White tries to win the ball back, but that is good work by Yves Basuma. Basuma plays the ball out. Well, he was looking for Brennan Johnson there, but the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in Forest. And just standing over this one is Niakate. He throws a long one, and it's picked up here by the number 19 Kouyaté, the number 19 Niakate. and he's dispossessed, but he fights to win that ball back off Pape Matar, but instead the ball goes out of play. So still 0-0 here, and it's a throw in for Spurs, and just it's taken quickly, and the ball is with Udogie. And Udogie just plays the ball back there, and it's picked up by Ben Davies. Davies just plays the ball across there, and it picked up in midfield by Sarr. Sarr just drops the ball back to Davies again. Davies just looking for options now. He's over the halfway line. He gives the ball to Udogie, and Udogie picks out Son. Son drops the ball back there to Ben Davies. Patient build-up by Spurs here. He goes across to Sarr. Sarr, midway inside the Nottingham Forest half. Gives the ball to Ben Davies now. Ben Davies plays it down to the left-hand side to be picked up by Son. 2 players in front of him. Can he beat them both? No, he can't. That's a fine challenge by Ryan Yates, the Nottingham Forest captain, and he clears the ball away. And picked up now is Morgan Gibbs-White. He just does a fancy little back heel there to Mangala. Mangala plays the ball on the far side there to Toffolo. But it goes back now, and it's now with Ryan Yates again. Yates gives the ball to Williams. Williams drops the ball back there to Bolly, and Bolly plays it across to his central defensive partner, Murillo. Murillo out to Toffolo, to Mangala. Mangala drops the ball back to Niakate, and he gives it back to Turner, who clears the ball away, and it wasn't the best clearance. And here's Son with a chance now. He tries to square the ball across to Richarlison, but it breaks out, and it's back to Son on the edge of the area. Son plays a pass over on the far side. They're appealing for a throw, and it is going to be a throw. It was actually left there by Porro over on the far side. He was not going to chase that one down. Instead, he lets it go out for a throw-in, and the throw-in is taken quickly here. It's with Romero, and he just drops it there to Sarr. Richarlison drops it back to Romero. Romero to Davies. 12 minutes gone here. Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Here's Kulusevski. Swings the ball in, and it's just headed out by Bolly, but only as far as Brennan Johnson, who swings the ball in, but it's plucked out of the air by Matt Turner, and he's aiming to set Forest off on the way now with Morgan Gibbs-White. Gives the ball down this near side to Nico Williams. Nico Williams tries to find Elanga, but that was an ambitious ball, and it was comfortably cut out by Christian Romero. And Romero plays the ball across the central defensive partner to Porro. And Porro drops the ball back to Romero. Porro seemingly switching sides frequently in this first half. And Davies gives the ball to Kulusevski. Kulusevski drops the ball to Porro. Over on the far side now to Ben Davies. Ben Davies now just inside his own half. He tries a long pass looking for Richarlison. Good work that time by Bolly. And it's won by Mangala, and Mangala gives the ball away only as far as Porro. Porro gives it to Brennan Johnson. Can Johnson get the cross in? Oh, it's headed out there. That's a smart piece of defending there by Murillo. And the Spurs pick the ball up now. Mangala wins it and plays a long ball looking for Anthony Elanga. But that's comfortably won there, and Porro now gives the ball to Ben Davies. Davies across the halfway line. Good ball to Pape Sarr. Sarr midway inside that Forest half of the field, and it goes back to the number 17 Christian Romero, and he gives the ball to Ben Davies. Davies down this near side to Kulusevski. Kulusevski just gives the ball to Davies, and again just inside his own half. Davies almost acting like a quarterback in Gridder on his Davies at the moment. He seems to be getting the ball a lot and spraying out the passes as a quarterback would to perhaps the receiver. But here is Davies again, and he gives the ball now to Son. Son just pulling into the middle of the field, and he gives the ball to Porro. Porro on the far side to Pape Sarr. Really good build up this by Tottenham Hotspur. Sarr gives the ball back to Porro again. And it's across to Johnson inside the penalty area. Johnson tries to go with a cross, but it's a dreadful effort really by Johnson. And it just goes over the crossbar and into the Trent end behind the goal there. And it's Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. As those Spurs fans who have made the trip to the City Ground tonight, they'll be looking to build on that 4-1 victory over Newcastle in the week. For Spurs as well, they've had 9 wins and 3 draws and 4 losses this season. 5th in the table. They're not going to want to slip too far behind the top 4, of course. And they actually haven't had such a wonderful start to the season. The 5-point lead that they had at the beginning of the season in October was the highest they've had since 60-61 when they won the league. Here's Ben Davis. Davis plays it down this near side to Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky plays the ball in, and it's hacked out by Murillo again. And the ball rolls out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. You're listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's player of the match is sponsored by Commentary Services, and Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season: JB Sports, Focus on Football, and Storm FM. And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter, and you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. And the ball is up in the air now and goes out of play again, this time off Yves Bissouma, I believe, and it's going to be a throw into Nottingham Forest. And standing over this one is Willy Bolly. It's right on the halfway line as Willy Bolly throws that ball forward, and Ryan Yates goes clattering into the back of Bissouma quite unnecessarily really there, and the referee, and in no surprise, has given the free kick. The ball is now with Romero, long pass there, headed up away just by Nico Williams there, but only found Brennan Johnson, and cutting across, having to make the tackle, was Niakate. It looks like he managed to get it to come off Johnson last as well, because it's going to be a goal kick. Musa Niakate there. And Matt Turner now will take the goal kick for Nottingham Forest. Just to let you know, we've got coming up on the channel, we have Burnley versus Everton tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. UK time. JB will be hosting, and I will once again be in the commentary chair for that one tomorrow as well. Sean Dyche returns to Turf Moor. It'll definitely be an interesting game. Down this side now is Morgan Gibbs-White, and that's a good challenge by Ben Davis. And 0-0 here at the City Ground. And when I look at this, I begin to think the start that Spurs have made, they've definitely put the pressure on early on. They've had 79% of the possession. They haven't really created much, just that one chance by Son so far. But they definitely look the most likely team at this time. Here's Destiny Udogie now, over the halfway line. Oh, it's an inspired run by Udogie. Sets off Son Heung-min. Across there to make the challenge with Bolly, but the cross by Son is not a good one, and Murillo just plays that ball out of play. And now perhaps Forest can break. Here's Anthony Elanga. He's in one-on-one. Elanga! Super save by Vicario. Oh, the first chance of the match for Anthony Elanga. Oh, the speed machine just got behind the Spurs defence there. And it was a wonderful, wonderful pass here, first of all, by Morgan Gibbs-White. Elanga may have been offside. We're not going to know, of course, but he gets through one-on-one there and forces a good save from Vicario. And so both teams having one-on-one attempts on the goalkeeper, and both times the goalkeepers responded very, very well. Here's Bissouma. And he drops the ball back to Ben Davis. Davis just down this near side now to Son Heung-min. Plays the ball in there. Oh, it was a poor control there by Udogie, and he then ends up fouling Ryan Yates, and it's going to be a free kick to Nottingham Forest. 20 minutes gone here. Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham 0. City ground on the banks of the Trent. It's a long ball played forward. Chasing that one is Mangala, but he's not. Is Kuyate rather, but he's not going to get there. Cutting across well to make that challenge is Basuma. Goes back to Vicario in the goal for Tottenham Hotspur. He releases it to Romero. Romero just gives the ball to Sarr. Sarr tries to find Johnson. Johnson chooses to go back to Sarr. Sarr cutting across the middle of the field there and gives it across to Ben Davis. Davis again back to Romero, still inside the Tottenham Hotspur half here. Romero just looking for options available, and he just plays the ball across to Udogie, and Davis over the halfway line now. Davis just down this near side to Son. Good ball by Son to find Richarlison. Richarlison surrounded by two Nottingham Forest players there, Bolly and Mangala, but Spurs maintain possession. It's Udogie. Udogie just drops the ball back to Ben Davis. Certainly Destiny Udogie in this game has been getting into advanced positions, and he gives it's now with Davis. He gives the ball to Son Heung-min, and Son gives the ball back to Davis as Spurs make their way back into their own half of the field and eventually go back to Vicario. And back to the goalkeeper again, Vicario. Vicario now, he's just starting from the back. He gives the ball to Ben Davis as Spurs attempting to create something from the back. We'll see how that works out. I know a lot of teams this season have attempted this style of play, and sometimes it's come back with some embarrassing results, and there's another incident there. The ball's given away to Ryan Yates, but Romero just gets back to make the challenge. Well, it was given away that time by Basuma, and again nearly led to a Nottingham Forest odd man rush, 2-on-1 there really, but good challenge that time. And now Pape Sarr comes forward and gives the ball to Johnson. Johnson just drops the ball back to Romero. Romero gives the ball to Ben Davis. Davis, Kulishevsky. Ben Davis again. Down this side to Kulishevsky. Back to Davis. Again, patient build-up by Tottenham. Gives the ball to Romero. Romero across to Pape Sarr. Sarr just gets the ball back off Johnson. And down to Ben Davis again. Davis. See what options are available for him. Plays the ball down to Son Heung-min, who's got Nico Williams in front of him again. Son just drops the ball back to Ben Davis. Davis to Romero. Romero gives the ball to Brennan Johnson. Johnson to Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky trying to get away from Mangala. Into the penalty area. Kulishevsky. And the shot there! Oh, that forced a wonderful save out of Matt Turner. And it was Brennan Johnson's effort who nearly scored against his former team right there. Kulishevsky, it was a stab at a shot. Really all it was what we would call when we were kids a toe poke. But it was nearly enough to beat Matt Turner on his right-hand side, and the American international was scrambling to make the save. And after 23 minutes gone, we have our first corner of the game, and it's come to Tottenham. And it's Porro over this one. Now the referee's just stopping something now. He's gone over to have a chat with Ryan Yates. And the corner is eventually going to be taken. And Bolly, Toffolo, Yates are all in there being watched closely by Davis. Davis is the cross has come in, and there's a header over the crossbar, and just over that time from Ben Davis, and it's going to be a goal kick with 24 minutes gone here at the City Ground. He just gets up there, got the header, but he got his head underneath it. It was a bit too high really for him to try to get his head over that. and direct it towards goal. So it is a goal kick. And it's going to be Matt Turner with the goal kick. Right-footed, downfield. And it's going to be headed on by Nico Williams. But that's good defending again by Davis. He's been all over the place in this first half. And Udogie now has it, but he's under pressure from Ryan Yates. And Udogie pushes the ball out of play. And he's claiming he was fouled, but the referee, Jared Gillett, has said no foul. And Nottingham Forest will, in fact, have a throw-in. Ryan Yates, the Nottingham Forest captain today. Both sides, of course, unchanged from their previous games. For Forest, they had a 1-1 draw with Wolves. And that excellent 4-1 win for Tottenham against Newcastle. And we can see that both sides really, especially Tottenham, have been the more aggressive in this first half. Throw-in to be taken by Niakate, who launches it into the penalty area. It's headed up into the air by Sarr. It's bouncing around there. And, Mangala nearly got on the end of that. And here's the chance! Oh, and Vicario just gets it out, and it's blocked from the shot from Morgan Gibbs-White. And, what a chance for Nottingham Forest there. That just came out of nowhere. Spurs did not deal with that ball into the box at all. It was a throw-in that initially started it by Niakate. The ball was bouncing around up in the air. Kouyaté got on the end of it, and then Bolly got on the end of it with the header. Vicario panicked and probably could have picked that up rather than pushed it out. But the linesman's flag went up down this near side anyway. But for a moment there was panic inside the Tottenham Hotspur defence. And Mangala just drops the ball back to Niakate. Niakate plays the ball forward long. Chasing this one is Alanga, but Romero is over there just dealing with that. Romero over by the corner flag plays the ball across to Ben Davis. That's a good piece of work by him. And Davis just gives the ball to Porro, but Porro is dispossessed by Toffolo. Toffolo attempts to swing the ball in, and Davis just clears the ball out of play, as once again there appears to be a bit of panic inside that Spurs defence. And it's going to be a throw-in to Nottingham Forest, level with the Spurs penalty area. Niakate, I think, is going to try the long throw-in one more time. Right in front of the Brian Clough stand there. Just going to throw this one in here. And he is going to go for a long one. He gets some distance on that. It's flicked on and up in the air by Bolly. And the shot there by Alanga is blocked. He's claiming that there was a handball there. Nobody else appealed. Comes back to Toffolo and he blazes the ball over the crossbar. But Nottingham Forest starting to come into this game now. And Brennan Johnson is down. They're calling for a physio quickly. And they're asking for this urgently. Brennan Johnson looks in a lot of pain down there. We obviously hope he's okay. But the players were surrounding Brennan Johnson and urging the physio on. So we're just going to try and update you on what has gone on there. But he's down right now. This is not the sort of return to the City ground that he was looking for. Let's hope that he is okay and he's able to continue. As we just we'll see a replay in a moment and just try to figure out what actually happened there, because it was a scramble in that Spurs penalty area. So we're just going to take a look again. Again, it came from the long throw-in. Johnson's there wearing number 22. And he's going up. Oh, he takes the ball awkwardly in the face. I wonder if he got the ball in the eye there. I wonder whether that's what it was, and maybe that's what caused. But yes, he's. We think he's okay. I hope he is anyway. But Udogie is just receiving some instructions now from the Spurs coaching staff. Tottenham taking this opportunity just to get some instructions over to some players. Ange Postecoglou there. Well, he'll want to continue his winning ways today. For Nottingham Forest, well, they'll be looking for something out of this game too. But right now, it looks like there may be a substitution, and I'm just trying to see who that is warming up on the bench there, who's ready to come on. I can't quite see who that is, but we'll work all that out for you. But right now, at the moment, worryingly so, Brennan Johnson is still down. Morgan Gibbs-White just taking in some refreshment there. At the moment, Brennan Johnson is actually on his back at the moment, so obviously I don't think they're moving him at the moment, but there's a significant delay here while we try to establish what has happened here. He just seemed to take the ball in the face, and I'm thinking that he maybe took the ball in the eye. Like that's what I'm thinking. Because it initially seemed quite innocuous. It's hard to say exactly what happened there. And it looks like the substitution is going to be made. We've got a substitute down on that near side, stripping off now. And still trying to work out who that is. As Brennan Johnson now, he's sat up now, which is good news. And also to mention today, the referee's assistants is Darren Cann and Derek Eaton. Peter Banks is on fourth official. Michael Oliver and Wade Smith are in VAR. We've got a comment in the comment section. Hi Paul, enjoying the commentary this evening, mate. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Good to hear from you. I hope you're very well, my friend. Brennan Johnson is now on his feet, and it looks like he has been cut. And it looks like it might be quite severe, because I'm actually seeing what looks like a blood mark on his shirt, on his elbow as well. This is everyone around the ground applauding that Brennan Johnson is on his feet, and I'm very, very glad to see that. It's a very yes, everybody getting on their feet here and applauding Brennan Johnson. He's going off now. I think that may be his evening done, but we will see. Brennan Johnson just going off the field now. Suspected concussion, and we're just going to see who it is who is coming on. And Oliver Skipp is the substitute. So Oliver Skipp has come on for Brennan Johnson, who has gone off with concussion. And we wish Brennan Johnson all the very best. And here's Destiny Udogie. That change on 32 minutes. And we are still 0-0 here. And it's back with the goalkeeper, Vicario. Vicario drops the ball. Gives the ball here now to Destiny Udogie. Now picks up Oliver Skipp. Oliver Skipp gives the ball to Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min cross to Yves Bissouma. Bissouma. Not a good return to the City ground for Brennan Johnson. Yes, it's unfortunate for him, I think, Mike. I think certainly he would have wanted to have come back and made an impact. But it looks like a very, very unpleasant injury there, and I wish him all the best. Nobody wants to see anything like that happen. And here's Morgan Gibbs-White. It's a long ball over on the far side to Nico Williams. Williams plays the ball forward here, and cutting across there is Ryan Yates. And Ryan Yates is just trying to encourage the fans on that far side. And it's going to be a throw into Nottingham Forest. As Ryan Yates now, the captain for Nottingham Forest, trying to motivate his troops, as the throw-in is going to be taken once again by Moussa Niakate, and I think he may be trying again for a long throw-in here. Indeed he does. It goes up towards almost the 6-yard box. It's headed on by Bolly, and bicycle kick there by Murillo. But Spurs now do break away, and that is a good challenge on Kulishevsky in the middle of the park by Mangala. And the ball is played forward now. And here's Morgan Gibbs-White, and he's adjudged to have fouled Ben Davies. He can't believe that, but Jared Gillett has awarded a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur. You're listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. The player of the match today is sponsored by Commentary Services, and Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JB Sports, Focus on Football, and Storm FM. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. And now the ball is with Ramiro. Ramiro gives the ball down this near side to Ben Davis. Davis just looking for what options he's got. It's a good ball there to Udogie. And Udogie gives the ball to Son. Son drops the ball back there now to Ben Davis again. Just inside the Forest half, Ben Davis plays the ball down this left-hand side to Son. Son swings the ball in. Oh, and coming in there was Porro late. And it just comes off his head and grazes off his head, really, and goes behind for a goal kick. 0-0 still here. We've got 10 minutes to go till half-time, plus whatever added time is going to be added on. And there will be a little bit for the injury to Brennan Johnson. And the ball is flicked on. If you're just joining us here, it is Nottingham Forest on the attack here now with Ryan Yates, and another clash, and that looks like another unpleasant injury. And Ryan Yates has gone down, clutching his ankle as he clashed with Oliver Skip there. And we're just going to try and figure out what's going on. He's up on his feet, and let's have a look at this again. And oh, it's just a nasty clash. It's a 50-50 really. And it looks like Ryan Yates has come off worse on this occasion, and this is not something that Forest will want. But Ryan Yates is on his feet again right now, which is good. And it is a free kick to Nottingham Forest, midway inside the Tottenham half of the field. And Harry Toffolo is standing over this one, lifts it into the box, looking for Bolly on the back post. He heads it toward the goal, but Udogie heads it away. It's won back by Nico Williams. He gets the cross in and headed out by Romero and flicked on by Kulishevsky. But it's breaking up at the back for Spurs, and Udogie goes in and clashes with Murillo. And the ball is broke loose. It's Udogie getting there first. He clears the ball. Headed on by Bolly. It's now back to Morgan Gibbs-White with a shot. And it loops behind. Not the best effort from Morgan Gibbs-White. And it's still Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham 0. As we approach the latter part of this first half. You can see here. It's picked up by Gibbs-White. And it was put off, I think, by Romero. But it was not the best effort at all by Gibbs-White. And we've got a throw in now just inside the Forest half of the field. It's taken by Destiny Udogie. Udogie gives the ball to Ben Davis, who plays the ball across to Christian Romero. Romero just inside his own half, played forward there. And, he was looking, I think, for Porro, and Porro sent it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Long ball over on the far side now, looking for Kulishevsky, who switched over to that right-hand side. He's got Toffolo with him, but the ball comes across off Kulishevsky and goes behind for a goal kick. Coming up on the channel tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. is Burnley versus Everton. Join the excellent JB, who will be doing the presenting, and I will be in the commentary chair for Sean Dyche's return to Turf Moor. Talking of the man himself, he's in the stands today, Sean Dyche, and he is chatting alongside someone there. I don't quite know who that is, but Sean Dyche present for this one today. The ball is cleared downfield and headed on. And it's headed on again by Elanga, but Destiny Udogie slips. He's not able to keep the ball in play. It's going to be a throw-in for Nottingham Forest, and Willy Bowley takes it. And it goes out of play off Udogie. Going to be another throw-in to Nottingham Forest. As we get another look at Sean Dyche there. It'll be an emotional afternoon for him tomorrow for sure. Join JB and myself for that one tomorrow. And it is Niakate who's going to take the throw in, and it's a fair way out for a long throw even for him. but he's going to attempt it. And Niakate, he gets some distance on it, and it's headed on there by Bolly, and I think he was looking for Mangala just to get him behind the front two there, and it's back again now with Toffolo. Toffolo stabs at it, and it's cleared away, and it falls to Richarlison nicely to Skip. Skip gives the ball now to Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min cuts inside, back to Richarlison. Richarlison tries to go back to Son Heung-min, but Niakate clears up. And now at the back is Nico Williams. Yes, Russ has just mentioned, just to let you know, Johnson's sub was concussion substitution. That does mean, of course, that they still have 5 possible substitutes as a result. Thanks for that, Russ. Now, it's going to be a throw-in, which Niakate... Is it going to... No, it's Willy Bolly who's over there to take it. Willy Bolly. Just gives the ball to Mangala. It was a short pass back to Willy Bolly, but Bolly plays a long ball up front, looking for Anthony Elanga, but good work between Porro and Romero there. And it's, in fact, given offside, and it's going to be a throw-in at half-time. We'll just go through the Premier League fixtures for tomorrow at half-time, but then we'll be going on a break. We'll be back for the second half live. And right now, the ball is picked up here by Udogie. Udogie drops the ball down this near side to Son. Son's got space in front of him. Son just drops the ball back to the halfway line. And there's Christian Romero. Christian Romero just gives the ball forward there to Sarr. Sarr to Kulishevsky, the man in the mask. Basuma. Kulishevsky, long ball across to Ben Davis. Davis now just inside the Forest half of the field. He's looking for options. It looks like he's going to go down the left-hand side to Son. And here's a chance for Son Heung-min, but well read by Matt Turner. Came out for that one to close out that chance for Son Heung-min. But that really was an excellent ball by Davis. And once again, Son loses his marker, Nico Williams. And, well, it was nearly a chance there. And the ball is played forward now, and it's Ryan Yates who's bundled over. And it's going to be a free kick, and Ryan Yates is asking for a card. And, well, he's got what he wanted. It's a yellow card for Destiny Udogie. And let's see now. And it probably was the right decision, given where he was on the field, and that no real attempt was made to win the ball. So the first yellow card of the game goes to Destiny Udogie, and a free kick to Nottingham Forest in a pretty useful position here. It's right on the corner of the penalty area, and it's going to be swung in by Morgan Gibbs-White. Comment in the comment section, which I'll read in a moment. But Morgan Gibbs-White is over this one. It's he's going to swing this one. It's a very high line by Tottenham. Right on the edge of the D there almost. And it's going to be swung in by Morgan Gibbs-White, and it's just flicked away there by Davis, but really only as far as Murillo. Murillo swings the ball in, but it's a poor ball, and it's straight to Vicario. And Mike is asking me, how do I feel about Burnley's chances this weekend? Well, Mike, I have to be perfectly honest with you, not very much. I think Everton are on a rich vein of form, and I think that they'll comfortably win that game, if I'm being fair. Yves Bissouma gives the ball across to Romero. Romero to Ben Davis. And Davis just plays the ball to Son. Son, oh, nice little pass by Son there to Skip. Skip back to Udogie. Udogie across to Son. Can he get the shot away? Oh, great block. A fantastic block by Ryan Yates, and both of them come out of that challenge very uncomfortably. And there's 2 more players gone down now. But Toffolo is back on his feet, and here's Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky to Bissouma. Bissouma to Porro. Back to Kulishevsky. Good challenge by Niakate there. The ball goes out of play, and it is going to be a throw-in to Tottenham Hotspur. Not sure how much stoppage time is going to be added on as of yet. Here's Kulishevsky trying to get away from Niakate. He's not able to. It's cleared away downfield by Murillo. Our fourth official, of course, today is Peter Banks, so we'll see what he is going to add on at the end of this first half. I suspect it will be at least 6 minutes. And here is Oliver Skip. Skip gives the ball to Son Heung-min. He's just pulling away there from Nico Williams, Son Heung-min, and he drops the ball back into his own half of the field and gives it to Davis. Davis plays the ball across field to Romero. Romero plays the ball to Porro. Porro to Kulishevsky, switched over to that left-hand side since Brennan Johnson has been off. Right-hand side, rather. And there's Davis, down to Son Heung-min on the left. There's 4 minutes added time is what we have. 4 minutes, little less than what I have come up with, but 4 minutes. Massive game for the Clarets tomorrow against Everton. I agree with you there, Mike. Bet you and JB are hoping for an away win on this one. I believe it's at Turf Moor. So no, I'll be hoping for a home win, Mike. But yes, it is a massive game for sure. It's Davis down this near side to Son. Son just trying to cut inside the penalty area, but he gives... Oh, it's a poor ball by Son, and he only ends up giving the ball to Matt Turner as we are approaching half-time here. Oh, I'm in this one you're covering. No, I'm actually not. I'm kind of up for Steve Cooper, to be honest. I like Steve Cooper. I'm kind of up for him. I think he's a nice guy, and he's doing such a good job at Nottingham Forest in terms of what he's done over the time that he's been there. And he genuinely wants the club to be successful. He understands what's going on at Nottingham. He understands the fans, the culture, the history of the club. And there's very few managers that are as loyal as he is. And I think he deserves to do well. Spurs coming forward now. It's launched into the box. It's Richarlison! And it is 1-0! Richarlison gives the goal, gives Spurs the lead. It's a goal. And Richarlison scores the goal. And, well, it was a ball that was played into the box. And Richarlison... Well, it's 1-0, and quite surprised at that. Seemed to come out of nowhere. The ball was played by Romero, and it was then given by Sarr down the right-hand side to Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky swung the ball in. Richarlison is onside, and on 46 minutes, Richarlison has given Spurs the lead. And well, that you have to say, really, in the sense that was coming. And I think, to be honest with you, it's a good finish as well, really, by Richarlison, and Spurs take a 1-goal lead. And here is Basuma replace the ball forward to Richarlison. And oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah. And it was actually Luke that designed that for me. It looks really neat, I think. And here is Destiny Udogie now. Udogie to Pape Sarr. And Sarr just drops the ball back to Ben Davis. And Ben Davis down to Romero. And gives it to Udogie. Udogie drops the ball back to Ben Davis. As we are very close to half-time, we're in the last minute of the allotted 4 minutes injury time given by Peter Banks. Yeah, I like it too. I mean, it kind of means you're making the same one for every team, but I think it's actually a really good idea myself. And the ball is with Ben Davis now, just over the halfway line. And it's back Oliver Skip. Oliver Skip just plays the ball to Ben Davis. Ben Davis across to Romero. Romero now, as we are approaching half time. We are just about completed the full allotted 4 minutes of stoppage time. Of course, the Jared Gillett can add more if he sees fit. That's a good challenge by Nico Williams that time on Son. But it's won back by Ben Davies, and it's with Son again. Son. And here's a good opportunity now for Sarr. Sarr, ball to Udogie. Back to Sarr, who goes back to Udogie. He drops the ball back into the midfield there to Ben Davies. Ben Davies to Sarr. Spurs just looking to see out this first half now, as he gives the ball to Skip. Back to Sarr. And you've got to think that the referee's going to be blowing his whistle any moment now. Here is Romero. Romero back to Ben Davies. Davis across over on the far side to Romero. Romero back to Pape Sarr. Forward now, off a quick 1-2 there. And it's Sarr again. Just on the edge of the box, just moving away there, and goes back to Ben Davies. And that's it. That's the half-time whistle. A goal on 46 minutes from the head of Richarlison. His third goal in 2 games gives Tottenham Hotspur the lead. Tottenham Hotspur had a chance early on with Son Heung-min. A chance also falling to Anthony Elanga. But at half-time here at the City Ground, it is Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. And just before we do take that short break for half-time, I am just going to go over the fixtures for tomorrow. And in the Premier League, Bournemouth versus Luton. That's for Bournemouth there at home at Dean Court. Chelsea versus Sheffield United at Stamford Bridge. Manchester City versus Crystal Palace at the Etihad. Newcastle versus Fulham at St James's Park. And finally, Burnley versus Luton at Turf Moor, a game which you will be able to hear on the commentary hub. Please join me and JB for that one. Mike asked a question just before I go on my break. I'll just answer that question. Would you say if Spurs win, they're back in the title race or drop too many points? I don't think they're good enough for the title, Mike, to be honest. When I think of the teams that are around there, Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, I think you're going to be looking within those 3 teams for the title. I don't see them. I don't see them winning the title this year, no. But I'm going to take a short break now, and what we'll do once the players come out for the second half, we'll be back. So please rejoin us for the second half. See you then. Welcome back to the start of the second half here at this City ground. No substitutions have been made by either manager at the moment, so we are still at 1-0 as Spurs are just in the huddle there for the start of the second half. And also, just to let you know what we do have coming up on the Commentary Hub tomorrow, it is Burnley v Everton at 17:30. Tomorrow on the TC Hub at 5:30 p.m. Join JB in the presenting chair, and I will be in the commentary chair for that one. So we are about to get the second half underway here now. And it's Nottingham Forest to kick off, and they're going to be attacking the Trent End in the second half. The goal to our left. No changes by either side as we wait for Jared Gillett to blow his whistle to get this second half back underway at the City ground. And just referee just delaying things at the moment. I think he's eventually going to get us underway here, and here we go, I think. I think Yates is even wondering what's going on there. Come on, ref, blow your whistle. We're back underway now. And it's a long ball towards the Tottenham Hotspur goal. And it's been picked up here by Sarr. Sarr just being challenged by Mangala, but it's a long ball by Sarr. And chasing this one is speedy Son Heung-min. He's got Willy Bolly in front of him. And good challenge by Willy Bolly. Good work by him. And he just plays it back to Mangala. Mangala clears the ball downfield. And it's just headed on there, but not really with any distance. Destiny Udogie had to come along to make that challenge to pick it up, and it's Porro now. Porro just inside his own half of the field, and he gives the ball to Romero. Romero now looking at what options are available, and it's a good ball forward, but that's picked up there by Matt Turner in the Nottingham Forest goal. Richarlison not able to get on the end of that one. Richarlison, of course, 3 goals in 2 games now for him. And Turner clears the ball downfield, and Spurs just trying to nip in there with Sarr trying to win that ball. It's cleared away now, and here's Romero under pressure and won back that time by Kouyaté, but it's a foul. Now the referee has to consider further action here, I think, but he has decided not to. Now Romero was looking to get away with that because at this point now Kouyaté was away, but I mean it could be argued he did try to win the ball, but no card given by the official, and it's going to be a free kick for Nottingham Forest. Nevertheless, it's over by the touchline on the left hand side. And Harry Toffolo is over this one. And he's going to swing this one in. Again, it's a very high line by Tottenham. Right on the edge of the D again. Kulishevsky's the only man in the wall. And he's going to swing this one in. His Toffolo, it's a poor one and comfortably headed out by Son Heung-min. He gets it all the way to the halfway line, and it's Niakate that picks it up and drops it back to Matt Turner. Matt Turner clears the ball downfield, and chasing this one with Destiny Udogie is Morgan Gibbs-White. A good challenge by Udogie, and it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Nottingham Forest, which I'm sure Niakate will come over to take. Indeed he is. And it's still 1-0 here. If you just joined us, 2 minutes into the second half. The goal on 46 minutes by Richarlison is the difference in this game so far. Niakate launches the ball in, and it's almost headed on by Willy Bolly, but it's now cleared away as Sarr attempts to get the ball away. But it's a good interception by Morgan Gibbs-White, and Gibbs-White is challenged there, and again a fine challenge that time by Kouyaté, and it's now lifted into the box by Alanga, and a shot comes in. And it's just over the top of the bar by Murillo, and it's Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1 still, but that was a good move. It started with Alanga here, just tries to lift the ball over the top, but there is Mangala, he just blazes the ball over the court at the crossbar. And there Steve Cooper looks anxiously on as Tottenham now move forward with Udogie. Udogie down this left-hand side to Son Heung-min. Son drops it back to Udogie to Ben Davis. Davis. Inside the field is Sarr here. Gives the ball to Romero. Romero just looking for options available. He finds Richarlison. Richarlison tried the dummy, but Willy Bolly wasn't buying it. And he tried to set off Morgan Gibbs-White on his way. But that was a good interception by Davis, who launches the ball back into the Nottingham Forest end. It's with Matt Turner now. And here is Mangala. Mangala slips the ball over to Nico Williams. Back to Mangala. Mangala just turning the ball away there. And he gives it to Bolly. Long ball by Bolly, and away there now is Alanga, but coming to meet it well was Vicario, and the official's flag came up on the far side anyway, so it's going to be a free kick. And now Tottenham Hotspur will now come forward, and it's with Romero. Romero gives the ball to Skip. And challenge on Kulishevsky there, and getting away with that was Niakate, and cutting across to challenge Niakate was Yves Basima, who knocks the ball out of play. But Porro is down from that challenge from Niakate, and he looks in a lot of pain. And Ange Postecoglou will not like this, because this would be the second possible substitution you have to make as a consequence of injury, and he really can't afford to lose Porros. And there was a little bit of studs from Niakate there. That was a little bit naughty. Let's have a look at that again. The studs were up, and they went down his ankle, and that is very, very painful. That was a little bit on the naughty side by Niakate there. Porro is on his feet now, but boy does he look in a lot of pain. And it's going to be a free kick here, as Porro will attempt to run this off. I've known players get rather unpleasant injuries from that sort of tackle. It's going to be taken by Niakate, and it's headed on there by Kouyaté, but the ball goes out of play for a goal kick to Tottenham Hotspur. And as Porro still attempting to run that off right now, moving very gingerly at the moment. Here's Davis. Played across to Porro now. He's attempting to move there, but you can see he's kind of not really able to move at full speed. Porro to Kulishevsky. Porro just slips it to Pape Sarr. And Sarr plays it off Kouyaté, and it is a throw-in for Tottenham Hotspur, to be taken by Pedro Porro. Just down this right-hand side, just inside the Forest half of the field. And Porro just plays the ball to Richarlison, the goal scorer. Back to Porro. Porro's ball is a disappointing one, and it's collected by Kouyaté. Kouyaté drops it back to Toffolo. Toffolo plays it off Richarlison, and it will go behind for a goal kick. You're listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's player of the match is sponsored by Commentary Services, and Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season: JB Sports, Focus on Football, and Storm FM. Don't forget, you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Commentary Hub, or you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1. As Anthony Alanga breaks forward now, but cutting across and making a good challenge there is Romero, just stopping Alanga in his tracks. He's so quick, is Anthony Alanga, but the challenge here was a good one by Romero, and Nottingham Forest will have a corner. Morgan Gibbs-White going over to take it. His delivery will have to be better than the last one. It's only Forest's second corner of this game. 53 minutes gone. Nottingham Forest 0. Tottenham Hotspur 1. Yates is in there. Niakate is in there. Mangala is in there. So let's see what we can see what Morgan Gibbs-White can deliver. He goes into the near post, but it's just cleared away by Pape Sarr. Only as far as Mangala. Back to Morgan Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White goes down under the challenge from Pape Sarr, and it's going to be a yellow card. And Pape Sarr goes into the referee's notebook, and well, he's not attempting to win the ball. He's pulling at his shirt. He goes down. Strangely enough, some of them are never given inside the penalty area, are they? But always outside they are given. 54 minutes gone, and into the referee's notebook goes Pape Matar Sarr, second Spurs player, into the referee's notebook. And Destiny Udogie, of course, is the other one in the first half. But Morgan Gibbs-White now is going to take this free kick. Just about 6 yards from the touchline and just outside the penalty area. It's going to be swung in by Gibbs-White here, and good work by Vicario. Gets across to just knock that ball out of play. A couple of comments in the comments section as Alanga swings this in, heads out by Romero, and coming across there is Udogie to clear the ball. Only as far as Nico Williams. Williams under pressure from Richarlison. Joe Smoke, wonderful commentary, Paul, really good. Thank you very much, Joe. And the ball's launched into the penalty area, and it's headed on by Kouyaté, and just kept in play by Morgan Gibbs-White, but Romero deals with that, and it's actually adjudged to have gone out by Morgan Gibbs-White. Didn't keep it in play after all. Mike Hardeman says just joined back, missed much in the opening stage of the second half. Not really, Mike. Both teams kind of more Spurs really have tried to create something, but nothing really in this second half to really get too excited about. So you haven't missed much, still 1-0. And it's now with Romero for Tottenham Hotspur, midway inside the Nottingham half of the field, the Nottingham Forest half of the field. And it's now picked up by Niakate. Niakate doing a run of his own, but going across there is Romero, who has done such a good job defensively for Tottenham this evening. Got right across there and made the challenge, shutting down Niakate that time. And now Pedro Porro will take the throw in. He seems to have run off that unpleasant injury he had before. Porro gives the ball to Pape Sarr. And Toffolo gets in the way of that pass by Sarr and puts the ball out of play. It's going to be another throw in for Tottenham Hotspur. Well, Ange Postecoglou, credible that he should, the job that he's done so far, and despite this bad run that they've been on, he's looking to make it 2 out of 2 with a win tonight at the City Ground. But Mangala just gets in the way of that tackle. He gives the ball to Kouyaté. Kouyaté down to Morgan Gibbs-White. Forest on the break here. Morgan Gibbs-White. And he just pulling back on Kulishevsky, and he drops the ball back to Mangala. Mangala back to Murillo. Murillo again now is going to have a chance here. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to launch the ball. Nice pass on the left-hand side to Harry Toffolo. Toffolo gives the ball back to Mangala. Mangala over on the far side to Nico Williams. Can Williams get the cross in? Here's a chance for Alanga! It's 1-1! And Forest are level! Oh, a wonderful strike by Anthony Alanga. Gets the ball in from Nico Williams. And it's 1-1. And Forest can celebrate the game-tying goal. Well, that was a wonderful move. The ball in by Niakate was absolutely brilliant. And if you look at this, the pass first from Mangala to Nico Williams. Nico Williams ball in, and you know what? He might be offside. He looks offside to me there, if I'm being honest. It was a wonderful finish, and it'd be a shame if this goal gets ruled out, but I believe it's... Well, actually, maybe Udogie is playing him on. It's very close. It's currently under review. And we're going to just going to see what's going on here. That goal is now currently under review, but I think that's offside. I think he's marginally offside here, and this would be a bad moment for... Maybe Udogie's playing him on. He looks slightly off to me. And this goal may be ruled out, folks. Let's just see. just looks like he's ahead of Udogie maybe, but it's hard to tell from that angle. And we're gonna see in a moment that they're taking a long time over this, and it does look like he's offside if I'm being honest. That looks offside to me, but boy, were Spurs slow reacting to that. But it was, I think there's a bunch of comments in the comment section. I promise you I will read them out in a moment, but they're still reviewing this. And we're just going to see exactly, and the goal is ruled out. So that is a disallowed goal. And I'm just going to read some of the comment section in. Mike says, yes, come on, Forest. Ross Vernon says, great goal from Forest. Mike says, come on, don't do this to me. Russ says Udogie plays him on for me. Not for me. I think the goal was right to be disallowed. I think it was marginal, and I'm sorry to be a party pooper, but yeah, for me that goal was offside, and that's unfortunate. But that's unfortunately the way the cookie crumbles from time to time. And it's now with Kulishevsky, and just keeping the ball in play. There is the number 19 Niakate, and here's Udogie now. And he plays the ball into the middle, but there's a foul there by Yates, and it's going to be a free kick for Tottenham Hotspur, as confirmation that Alanga's goal is ruled out for offside. And Mike, Spurs getting a decision go their way. Oh, what a surprise. Mike, come on. The ball is with Udogie. Udogie plays the ball forward. Now he's coming forward for Tottenham Hotspur. Udogie. Now that's a good challenge by Nico Williams, but it does find Son Heung-min. He launches the ball into the middle and headed out by Murillo, and it's now with Son Heung-min again. And it's across to Romero. Romero to Pape Sarr. Pape Sarr to Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky back to Romero. And Romero to Richarlison. Richarlison now picks up the ball again. Richarlison just drops the ball there to Porro, and it's a good challenge by Mangala. And another fine challenge there by Kouyaté as well. A couple more comments in the comment section. Compose yourself, Paul. Compose yourself. Yeah. If that was Spurs who scored that goal, it would have been allowed. Mark my words, Ross Vernon. And it's a chance there for Kulishevsky. And it's now with Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min gets a shot away. Richarlison going after it. There's panic in the Nottingham Forest defence. Here comes Son again. And Son just pulling away from Richarlison and Bolly. Good challenge by Nico Williams. And played forward there. And just headed out of play. Well, almost headed out of play. It was kept in play. And here is Porro again. Down this near side to Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky back to Romero. Romero back to Kulishevsky. Romero again, just over the halfway line. And it's now with Oliver Skip. Skip over to Davis. Davis down on this left-hand side to Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min gets the cross in over to the far side, and it's found there by Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky to Sarr, and it's miscontrolled by Porro, and now perhaps Forest can break here. The ball is looking for Alanga, but he's not able to find him. That's good defending by Ben Davis. It probably wouldn't have Russ, to be honest. He was offside. I just can't stand that lot. I know, Mike, I know. I'm not their biggest fan either, to be fair. Son to Richarlison. And it's now with Porro. Porro plays it through to Son Heung-min. Can he get a shot away? Oh, he turned. And a good challenge there, in fact, by Willy Bolly that actually got the block on that, because that very well could have been 2-0. And Neil Carter gives it back to Matt Turner. Matt Turner clears. Oh, it's a terrible clearance by Matt Turner to Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky in the penalty area. Gets a shot away and he scores! And a terrible error by Matt Turner. And it's the man in the mask. It's Dejan Kulishevsky. And Spurs double their lead. And, well, it was a terrible error by Matt Turner, starting with the clearance. And indeed, the error after that, indeed, it's probably one he should have saved after that too, to be honest. And he looks absolutely devastated. And you have to feel sorry for him. But it's Kulishevsky with the goal on 64 minutes. Let's look again at this, because Matt Turner has the ball. He seems fine, but then he rushes to clear it to Kulishevsky. And Kulishevsky then gets into the penalty area, beats Niakate for pace, and he just drills it past the American international, who's beaten at his front post as well. That is very... Oh, he'll be disappointed with that. He'll really be disappointed with that. But there it is. That's the goal. And 2-0. And just update the score here. And well, that is a very, very it's a huge disappointment really for Nottingham Forest, just so close after getting that goal that would have been the equaliser. It's now with Mangala. Mangala gives it to Yates. Back to Bolly, who clears the ball forward. But Kulishevsky's goal on 64 minutes is the difference. And Spurs double their advantage. And we've got some comments in the comment section. I'm just going to go to them in a moment while I update everything else. And 3 comments are from Mike. That's why we sold him. He's had a mare there. Not sure who is worse, Mike, Raya or Turner. Well, that's one for the debate in the comments section. Perhaps everybody can get involved in that. Tell me your thoughts. Who do you think is better or worse in this case, Raya or Turner? That should make for an interesting discussion. As Nottingham Forest, action on the Nottingham Forest bench there now. We're going to see who's coming on, as looks like they're going to make a substitution. As we look at this error again by Turner. Kulishevsky then. Again, he really probably should have saved the shot as well. It was right at him. It's, oh dear. Well, Kulishevsky won't say no to that. It's 2-0 to Spurs. And another comment here, Turner is worse by far. Well, the substitution has been made while we've been talking. Kuyate has come off, and so has Bolly. There's been a double substitution, so Bolly and Kuyate are off. And I will just get the 2 guys that are on for you. It's Danilo and Chris Wood. So Danilo and Chris Wood are on for Nottingham Forest. Danilo wearing 28, Chris Wood 11, of course, as there is that extra added attacking incentive on there now for Nottingham Forest. And it's now with Romero. Romero plays the ball across and he finds Ben Davis. Oh, good interception, and here's a chance now for Morgan Gibbs-White. Oh, he gives the ball to Alanga. He just pulled the ball up and back to Danilo, who launches the ball over the crossbar. So Danilo's first involvement in this game, and a yellow card has just been brandished at a Nottingham Forest player, I think. Or is it a Tottenham player? Just give me 1 second. Looks like it's on Basuma, actually. Oh, that was actually a dangerous challenge. Look at this again. Oh, the studs are up. He's got to go for that. The studs are up. He's got to go for that. Surely VAR must look at that. Look at that. That is absolutely horrendous. That is horrendous. I do not understand why the referee now is going over to look at it, and Bissouma is going to go here. Bissouma is going to go here for sure. There's no question about it. They can't possibly allow that to continue. That is without doubt a clear and obvious red card. I am so much to the point that I'm just going to update the. I'm so confident this is going to happen. I'm just going to actually update it on here. He has to go for that. He has to go. That is without doubt one of the worst tackles I've seen this season. And we're just going to look at this early Christmas present gift and wrap signed by Turner for Kulusevski. Mike says that's going to be red. That's horrific. It surely is. And he's going to call Bissouma over now. And he's going to go here, Bissouma. There's the red card. And he can't argue with it. I mean, he's arguing with it. I don't see how. But he has to go for that. That's a very obvious red card in my mind. And I don't think he can argue with that in any way. And he now goes off, and Spurs down to 10 men with a 2-goal lead. Let's see if Nottingham Forest can take advantage of that and try to get themselves back into this game. Red card, Spurs down to 10 men, and Bissouma is the one to go. Comments in the comment section. Needless when your team's 2-0 up as well. Completely ridiculous. Bissouma got a 4-match ban incoming by Ross. I agree. And it looks like now Spurs are going to bring on Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. And it's Richarlison who is the scapegoat on this particular occasion. He's had 1 goal today. Doesn't look too pleased about being brought off, but at the end of the day, needs must in this situation. Spurs are going to need to try to maintain this lead. And Richarlison off, Højbjerg on. As Spurs try to defend this 2-goal lead now. And it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. And Ange Postecoglou, he's got 19 minutes to hold on here, to be fair. And the ball just goes out of play there off Pape Sarr. It's going to be a throw into Nottingham Forest, which Harry Toffolo will take. Toffolo gives the ball back there to Murillo. He goes all the way back to Matt Turner. Back to Murillo. And Matt Turner clears the ball downfield there. And just won the ball back there is Porro, but he only gives it as far as Yates. And the ball is forward now on the far side to Alanga. Alanga. He's got options ahead of him. Just drops the ball back there, and it's swung in by Mangala. And back to Nico Williams. Nico Williams plays the ball in and was looking for Woods, but Chris Wood wasn't quick enough in getting there. And it's comfortably picked up by Vicario in the Tottenham goal. And you can see it here, just swung in. And look, he just gets down very well to make that claim there. But Wood nowhere near alive enough to that as Vicario clears it downfield. It's headed on by Yates. And another foul. And we're going to see a yellow card this time. And it's a foul by Ben Davies, a yellow card for him. Spurs need to be careful here. They may well be going down to less than 10 men at this rate. And that is a nasty challenge across the throat of Morgan Gibbs-White. Look at this. That was, again, a completely unnecessary challenge. And again, borders on a red card. Spurs have to be careful here. They're losing control. It's a yellow card this time, though. And the free kick will be taken. Morgan Gibbs-White now is on his feet and just trying to regain his breath again. It's about 30 yards out, I would say, to guess. Kulishevsky is over it. It's just towards the right-hand side, and Nico Williams is standing over this one. It's perhaps a little bit too far out for a shot, but Nico Williams is going to launch this one in now and head it out as far as Son, only as far as Morgan Gibbs-White. His looping effort goes well crossbar. So you're listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. The player of the match today is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JB Sports and Focus on Football and Storm FM. And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Commentary Hub. And Forest have the corner here. And it's going to be swung in by Harry Toffolo. Up in the air goes Vicario. He perhaps could have claimed it. Comes out to Elanga. Elanga has got Danilo alongside him. Tries to cross the ball in, but it's blocked by Kulishevsky. And it's going to be a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. I suspect Niakate will be going over to launch another long one into the penalty area. 2-0 to Tottenham Hotspur here. And it's a long one launched in towards the 6-yard box. It's flicked on as far back to Danilo, but Dejan Kulishevsky gets in front of Danilo and makes that challenge and gives it to Davis. Davis is mugged by Danilo, and it's now with Murillo, and it's now with Niakate. And the ball, it's just ping pong there on the edge of the Spurs penalty area. Finally, Spurs come away with it, and it's Son Heung-min. And he gives the ball over to Pape Sarr. Going across there with the challenges, Nico Williams. Good work there on Pape Sarr. And he clears the ball downfield. And Nottingham Forest can move forward now. It's Niakate. And it's now with Danilo. Across the field there to Yates. Yates has got Nico Williams overlapping. Nico Williams, can he swing the ball in? It's headed down by Oliver Skipp and eventually hacked away by Højbjerg. And a foul on Son Heung-min, and it's going to be a free kick. Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. We have got about 14 minutes left in this game now. And I will be giving my player of the match in about 10 minutes time. If you have any thoughts on who you think should be player of the match, please put it in the comment section and I will read it out. Here's Vicario now for Spurs. He clears the ball downfield. Just headed up into the air there by Murillo. And Niakate just clears the ball. It's headed on there by Davis and Skipp. And Højbjerg now just trying to bring the ball down. He flicks the ball over to Pape Sarr. Sarr, just looking at the options available, is Sarr, and he's fouled. Be a free kick. Foul there by Mangala. And the ball is played forward to Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min plays the ball to Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky tries to play the cross in, but that's a good challenge by Nico Williams. And it goes behind for a Spurs corner. Well, Tottenham Hotspur loading up the penalty box, and got a number of players on the outside there, and Pape Sarr, Kulishevsky, Son, Davis, Romero, all in there. Nottingham Forest putting up a four-man wall right in front of those players, and it's going to be taken by Pedro Porro. The cross comes in by Porro, and Matt Turner gets up and makes a claim, and he'll feel a bit better after that one, and he releases Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates, is he fouled by Son? The referee says yes, and a yellow card for Son Heung-min. Quickly waved at the Spurs captain, and that is 78 minutes for Son Heung-min. And see, there's another one, a challenge there by Ryan Yates on Son Heung-min a moment ago in the penalty area. That's a dangerous challenge to make as well, because I mean, you do see them given, but no call there at that point. No penalty, and it's with Murillo. Murillo plays the ball long there, looking for Morgan Gibbs-White, but nipping in there as well is Nico Williams, and Nico Williams goes down, and the entire Trent end raids in unison looking for a penalty there. No appeal from the players though, and Son Heung-min is fouled, and it's going to be a free kick for Tottenham. Challenged by Destiny Udogie, actually. He's Nico Williams just asking the question himself. Let's just take a look at this. Destiny Udogie cuts across Williams, and it's a collision. And well, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. It looks more like a collision than anything else, than him actually impeding him. But the question was asked by Nico Williams, and it's picked up in his own half here by Nico Williams. He's coming forward with Oliver Skipp. Good work there, Oliver Skipp. Just gets ahead of Nico Williams and comes away with a ball. Good play by him. He gives the ball to Son Heung-min, and he's got Kulishevsky overlapping as Son, but Son gets challenged there by Danilo. Good work as now Nottingham Forest can come the other way. And it's Nico Williams now. Long ball. Looking for Anthony Elanga, and cutting across there is Romero. Romero then just plays the ball to Højbjerg. Højbjerg gives the ball to Oliver Skipp. Good ball by Skipp. He sets Kulishevsky off on his way. Kulishevsky into the penalty area. Kulishevsky turns, shoots. Oh, good save that time by Matt Turner. Got down to his left-hand side to make the save. Kulishevsky cut inside the penalty area. Inside the two Forest defenders there. And that was Murillo and Harry Toffolo, and got the shot away. Good save though by the goalkeeper. And here's Nico Williams now. Gives the ball to Mangala. Danilo down this side looking for Elanga. Elanga's got some time and space in front of him. Elanga, is he going to get the cross in? He does, but it's too close to Vicario. And it's a comfortable take by the Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper. Forest 0, Spurs 2. And there is 9 minutes to go in this one. And here's Højbjerg. And he gives the ball to Udogie. You have to wonder, if the score stays the same, what position Steve Cooper will be in at the end of this game. Here is Kulishevsky, and it's a foul that time and a yellow card for Murillo, as Murillo brings down Ben Davies in a rather cynical tackle, and a yellow card for for Murillo on that challenge. It was late, and I think the decision, he actually won the ball there. But, you know, you can't go through the players while doing that, unfortunately, anymore. So that is a yellow card for Murillo. And Ben Davies is on his feet now. It's another substitution for Nottingham Forest. Coming off is Oro Mangala. And coming on is Callum Hudson-Odoi. So the third substitution made by Steve Cooper. Mangala off, Callum Hudson-Odoi on 82 minutes to see if he can make any difference into this game. Here's Son just gives the ball there now to Ben Davies. Comments flying in, we're going to read them out in a moment. Here is Porro gives it to Kulishevsky, and he just loses possession, and Danilo now gives the ball to Niakate, and Ryan Yates coming forward for Forest. Mike thinks Cooper's time might be up unless they can turn this around and get anything. Russ says Cooper will be fired this weekend too. Here's Elanga. Elanga swings the ball in, and it's just headed out by Davis, only to the edge of the penalty area. It's Nico Williams with a shot! Oh, it just whistles by the post. What an effort by Nico Williams. And he looks very, very frustrated. It just pulls wide. Did it maybe take a deflection? It looked like it did. This will be a corner, I believe, because it took a deflection off Romero. And it's going to be a Nottingham Forest corner now. with 7 minutes to go. Forest 0, Spurs 2. And it's swung in by Morgan Gibbs right to the back post and a header! And somehow that was kept out! Somehow that was kept out of Harry Toffolo! It's Vicario! I don't know how that was kept out! I have no idea how he's managed to stop that. That was quite a world-class save. It comes onto the back post. Yes, look at that. Harry Toffolo with a head. He must have been about 2 yards out. And what an amazing save by Vicario. It's another corner. And it's going to be swung in again by Harry Toffolo. Well, that was nearly Nottingham Forest back in the game. And you begin to wonder if it's going to be your day when you have chances like that and the goalkeeper makes saves like that. Here's Toffolo, he swings it in. Up go the heads again, and this time it comes off Morgan Gibbs-White and goes behind for a goal kick. Well, it's been one of those really for Forest. What a super save. I mean, that really was an absolute super save. And well, chances that would fall now. Look at that. Goodness me. And of course, initially they might have thought it had gone over the line, but it did not. And here's Murillo now. Is he fouled? The referee says yes, but it's given a free kick to Oliver, to Spurs instead, to Oliver Skipp, who is down at the moment. And I will be ready to give my player of the match very soon. Got another comment in the comment section. As much as I don't like Spurs, Vicario is a huge upgrade on Lloris. I actually agree with that as well, Mike. Actually, I do think so. He's made some vital saves for Spurs this season. He's in the top 3 to 4 in the league for me. Yeah, probably agree with that as well. As a free kick is taken by Tottenham, it's cleared forward. And another substitution is being readied now. Just trying to see who that is. I think it's Emerson Royale. And he's warming himself up on the bench for Tottenham Hotspur. He'll be coming on as this game is coming to its close right now. And in just a few moments' time, I will be awarding the player of the match. It's launched forward and headed out that time by Toffolo, and it's won here by Udogie. Udogie to Pape Sarr. Sarr just drops the ball back to Ben Davis. Davis plays the ball forward, won back by Niakate, and Niakate plays it to Nico Williams. Williams just plays the ball forward and turning away there. Good play is Yates. Yates drops the ball back to Nico Williams. Back to Danilo. Danilo down this near side now to Elanga. Anthony Elanga pulls the ball back to the edge of the area to Danilo. Danilo swings the ball in, and going down there is Destiny Udogie for the challenge from Ryan Yates, and he wins the free kick. So, today's player of the match, and I'm giving the player of the match to Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min, his goal and his general all-round play today has been excellent. He's dominated the midfield. He's been effective. He was involved for much of Spurs' play today and what they've done positive. So today's player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Tottenham's number 7, Son Heung-min, and he is currently now going off 88 minutes, and it looks like it is Emerson Royale that is coming on. And so Emerson is on 88 minutes. And Son Heung-min is off. And the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Nottingham Forest. Comment in the comment section. Yeah, that's right. He hadn't scored. I don't know why I said he'd scored. Put that down to a broadcasting error. And it is Kulishevsky got the goal along with Richarlison, and the ball is out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick for Tottenham Hotspur. Just gets a cross in there, and pulled behind by Elanga. And you can see here, just getting a bit of a chance for Elanga, really, but just not able to push the ball into the net. And Toffolo, I think, got in his way as well. And so we've got a goal kick, and it's cleared downfield, headed on, and picked up by the number 19 Neil Carter, and it's given now to Murillo. As time ticks down now with the VAR check and some of the stoppages, we might end up with a significant amount of stoppage time. And here's Elanga again now for Nottingham Forest. Elanga swings the ball in and just headed down there. And Emerson Royale is going to clear up here. He just clears the ball out of play. And it's a late challenge on Royale by Harry Toffolo. And it's going to be a free kick as we reach the 90th minute. And a yellow card issued to Harry Toffolo. So Harry Toffolo goes into the referee's notebook, as there is going to be 8 minutes stoppage time in this game. So the Nottingham Forest fans will be happy with that, but you have to wonder whether or not there's the Forest have enough in them to try to get back into this game. Mike says Kulishevsky man of the match for me. If I had a vote, as he's got a goal and an assist, I probably should have given it to him. You're right, Mike. But I gave it to Son Heung-min. I like what he's done today. He's performed very, very well. And 8 minutes stoppage time in this one now. It's cleared downfield by Vicario and headed on and forward by Oliver Skipp. And the ball is now with Nico Williams. Williams just gives the ball to Niakate. And there's Nico Williams. Gives the ball to Ryan Yates. Callum Hudson-Odoi. And Hudson-Odoi just dispossessed that time, and now Spurs can break away again. And here's Oliver Skipp. Oliver Skipp just drops it back there to Højbjerg. And Højbjerg gets the ball back. And it's now with Pape Sarr. Pape Sarr just gives the ball there to Højbjerg, and now here's Kulishevsky again. Back to Højbjerg. Can Højbjerg get a shot away? He pulls it back to Porro with a shot, and just headed away by Murillo there, and it goes behind for a corner. Still 2-0 as Spurs not settling with just two, looking for a third there. It's a good block though by Murillo. And it's going to be a corner to Tottenham Hotspur. And it's to be taken by Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Højbjerg just drops it back there to Oliver Skipp. He's just keeping it in the corner at the moment, but between Toffolo and Yates, they force the clearance. It's almost cleared all the way to the halfway line. It goes out of play for a throw-in to Tottenham Hotspur. And there's Steve Cooper now. He does not look a happy man, does he? Just wonder what he's got in his mind. What is the plan for Steve Cooper as Emerson Royale throws a long ball forward. Murillo gets in the way of that and knocks the ball out of play. We are almost done here at this at the City Ground, as Ange Postecoglou must be satisfied with his team's performance. It's 2 wins out of 2 now for Spurs, as Kulishevsky knocks that ball out of play, and going to be a throw-in for Nottingham Forest, level with the Nottingham Forest penalty area. It's taken quickly, and again Harry Toffolo will have another go, and he just throws it back there to Murillo, and Murillo plays it across to Niakate. And The ball is played forward now, and a foul on Ryan Yates, but the referee says play on. And it's swung over on the far side to Anthony Alanga. Alanga gets into the penalty area. Alanga, good challenge by Porro, and it goes out of play for a Forest corner. And Cooper should be very disappointed with how Forest have responded after the Basuma red. Apart from the one save from Vicario, Spurs have controlled it with ease. Agreed with that. I don't think they have put on enough pressure, Mike. A bit late to show urgency now. Yeah, I don't think they have put on enough pressure on that Spurs defence, Mike. The corner is going to be swung in by Gibbs White, and it's just headed out there by Romero, and it's swung back in, and there's a chance now for Niakate, and here's an opportunity for Alanga. Good save, but he was offside. It'll be a free kick. Well, he's in an offside position there, is Alanga. The ball still came in from Callum Hudson-Odoi, and then to Niakate. Niakate played it to Alanga, who was standing in the offside position. But it's a good save by Vicario as well, like he wouldn't have known. And here is Danilo. Danilo. We got 3 minutes of injury time left to play in this one. And here's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Plays it across the middle of the park to Niakate. Niakate to Gibbs White. Gibbs White with a shot, but it's blocked. Blocked by Højbjerg. And here's Oliver Skipp. Back to Højbjerg. Højbjerg plays the ball down this side now to Dejan Kulusevski. Plays the ball forward now, and Oliver Skipp can he get the beating of Danilo? He plays the ball across, but Pape Sarr is not there, and Niakate going over to clear it, and he's fouled by Pape Sarr, who is also on a yellow card, so should be careful. And it's going to be a free kick to Nottingham Forest as time ticks down in this one. And here is Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi is under the challenge there of Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Danilo picks up the ball in the midfield, right in the centre circle. Danilo plays the ball to Gibbs White. That's a nice pass down this near side on the left-hand side to Anthony Alanga. Alanga trying to get inside the penalty area, lifts the ball to the far post, and it's headed on. It comes back to Morgan Gibbs White with a shot, and again, somehow that was kept out by Vicario. A fine save from the shot there. We can just take a look at that again in a moment. The corner is taken quickly. It's swung in and hooked up into the air by Porro and headed out by Pape Sarr. But again, Vicario to the rescue for Tottenham Hotspur. Look the ball across here. The shot here. Oh, it actually hits the post. It actually hits the post, and Tottenham Hotspur keep the 2-goal lead intact. Corner is cleared away now by Romero. And it's Alanga. Alanga to Nico Williams. And it's Murillo gives the ball to Danilo. And it's now with Alanga again. He gets into the penalty area, Alanga. Cutting across his Porro. Good challenge by him. And here's Oliver Skipp. Clears the ball forward, looking for Dejan Kulusevski, who turns away from Murillo. And Dejan Kulusevski on his way. Now then, he's got Nico Williams in front of him. Good challenge by Williams. Murillo comes over to help. And it's back now with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Højbjerg just trying to get the cross. Good challenge by Nico Williams on Højbjerg. It'll be a corner to Tottenham. Mike says a couple of huge talking points in this game. Forest can't have any complaints though. Goal correctly disallowed, and if your keeper makes a glaring mistake, unfortunately that's when you know you are out of luck. And Dejan Kulusevski is coming off for Tottenham now. He's had a wonderful game today, a goal and an assist. And just trying to see who is coming on. And we just look again at his pass to Richarlison. And they might have had some hand as well, Matt Turner, in the first goal. He went out to claim it. And when you make a claim like that, or you come out to claim it, you have to get there. and he didn't do that. And Velis is on for Tottenham Hotspur, but that was all entirely pointless because the full-time whistle has gone. At the City Ground, it is Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham 2, and 2 goals. One from Richarlison on the 46 minutes from the cross from Dejan Kulusevski. The other one from Kulusevski himself from a mistake from Matt Turner. Forest have had the ball in the net from Anthony Elanga, but was adjudged to be offside. And the final score here at the City Ground is Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham 2. And just to let you know, tomorrow we are back on the air tomorrow. The brilliant JB is going to be covering the Burnley v Everton game in the presenter chair. I will be in the commentary chair again tomorrow. So join us for that one. Sean Dyche's return to Turf Moor. Also, there's a whole batch of Premier League fixtures tomorrow to enjoy as well. So I want to thank you all very much for joining me this evening. I want to thank everyone that's commented, Mike, Russ, Joe. Thank you very much for all of that. Thank you to you, the listener. If you like what you've heard, hit the like and subscribe button. And we hope to see you tomorrow. Join us then and have a wonderful evening. Good night for now.